And Conor just tweeted out something. Can you bring up Conor's tweet, Chin? Conor tweeted out something like he doesn't take him serious. He's like, it's not happening. You're a toy, dude. What are you talking about? The problem is Conor's not from that cut of cloth that these young kids are, like Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Remember, Jake Paul started off as a YouTuber. So when you give them an inch on anything, like you look at Jake Paul and Dana White. Dana White did a video directed towards Jake Paul. Jake Paul goes, oh, you want to make videos? Well, I have my master's degree in making sizzle videos. Check this out. I have a crew around me at all times. They can edit and put this thing up in fucking 5 minutes. It's going to destroy any content you can put out. So Conor puts out, do you have it here?
I'm sending it to you right now on his Instagram. Go to your email. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you watch it there.
Now, we'll be able to watch Jake Paul's
yes, because it's from
video.
Yeah.
But let's watch what started with Conor. Because, again, they're playing a different game. So Jake will win. I don't care who you are. Maybe another YouTuber can hang with him. When it comes to Conor, Dana, whoever it is, nobody's going to beat Jake at what Jake does as far as marketing and creating a narrative on YouTube and social media. He's the best there is. The best. That's how he got his fame and his money. So when you step into that pool, you better be ready to go.
When he says you're a nobody?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
we had that up.
kid, you're a nobody. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So Jake Paul said, so he says that Jake Paul, because Jake Paul was saying, hey, there's going to be a fight between me and Conor, and now you can just play Jake. So basically all he says is you're nobody, it's not happening. Yeah. And then this is Jake Paul's rebuttal.
Conor McGregor just tweeted at me because of this interview.
He has to get active again. Who knows when that's going to happen.
These are his tweets, and here's my response. Conor. You're more active on Twitter than you are in the octagon. Stop taking Trenbolone and start taking fights. You're more actively cheating on your wife than you are in the octagon. Your priorities are mixed up. Put down the bottle and get back to fighting. You haven't won a fight in 5 fucking years, and the last time you did was against Cowboy Cerrone, who hasn't won a fight against anyone since fighting you. I'm a nobody, you say in this tweet. Well, yeah, you're right. I'm just a fucking kid from Ohio. I really am a nobody, but this is where you fought your 6th fight. There's literally 2 people in the crowd. And this is where I'm going to be fighting my 6th fight. Madison Square Garden, the mecca of boxing. August 6th. I know you'll be watching, kiddo. Here's another fun fact. In your 18th fight, you made $150,000. In my 5th fight, I made $15 million. You want to talk about pay-per-view buys? Nate Robinson, $1.8 million. Ben Askren, $500,000. Tyrone Woodley won $500,000. Tyrone Woodley 2. No one even wanted to see that fight. And we got 200,000 pay-per-view buys. In the last 5 years, you've had 0 pay-per-view buys because you don't fucking fight. You have a lot to say about me, but I'm sharing millions of dollars with underpaid fighters while you're sharing hookers with Dana White. Oops, I'm sorry, Conor. I know your PR team is trying to hide that video. You shouldn't have fucked with me, Conor. This is my game. There's a new king in town. I'm running shit now. What's up, Conor? What's up? What's up? Last year, when I won Knockout of the Year, you were just getting knocked out. Fix your calcium deficiency, stop breaking your bones, and let's get in the fucking ring and make $200 million. Conor, no matter how you slice it, we're just not on the same level. I'm my own boss. Yeah, you made $100 million when you fought Floyd, but Dana took half of it. So no matter what you do or what you make, cut that shit in half. We went net worth for net worth. I would shit on you, Conor. Put the bottle down, get off of Twitter, get back in the ring, and shut the fuck up. I'm gonna put you back on a leash. Fuck you, Conor. Conor McGregor just...
You see what I'm saying? But these kids have no... There's like... everything's off limits.
I hate all that.
I hate it too.
Like, the reason I hate it all is because Conor has nothing to prove to anybody. That motherfucker did it and did everything and fought all comers.
Well, that's why he's calling them out, though.
I know.
But Jake is doing it to get on their skin so that it creates the hype. But as far as like Conor sent a tweet, and then I'm telling you give these young kids a fucking inch. These content creators, where he comes from, like Dana did that shitty like dad FaceTime video talking shit to Jake. Jake's at a party in Costa Rica, drinking, just won his fight. He's hanging out, and someone goes, "Hey, see what Dana does?" He watches it, goes, "Get the crew together." Rips a fucking hot video about Dana being on cocaine and all this crazy shit and fighter pay. They edit it. They put in graphics. It's up 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
So you're just not. And there's
you're dealing with a machine. Somebody's been
it's all they
doing
do.
It forever.
Yes.
It's like getting in the ring with a black belt when you've never done any fucking, like
jiu-jitsu.
I don't even like being that mean. I like personally.
But that's my thing with them. There's like the rules of the game. Oof. These young kids, there is no.
You're trying to fuck with somebody's home.
They're savages.
Marriage.
Yeah, like to go after somebody's wife and all this stuff.
Of that.
But literally, it's like
not my
gloves are off with this kid. So, if you're gonna
It's
go
not
at
fun
him,
for me. I just go, oof, dude. That's like, there's no, there's. I just don't like it. I don't like doing that to anybody.
But what's interesting about this, and everyone knows I love Jake Paul. I'm also a huge Conor fan. What's interesting about this is, it's interesting that Jake's kind of angle on this is to talk about pay-per-view buys when Conor's bona fide the number one pay-per-view draw of all time in the UFC in combat sports is involved in the biggest pay-per-view of all time with him versus Floyd. So it's like if he goes, I had 200,000 buys on this, I had, whatever, 100,000 buys, and Conor's going, dude, I'll get 200,000 buys if I played chess.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a weird,
like analytically, like financially, in every numerical comparison you want to make between Jake and Conor, I know he says I have more money. He doesn't have more money than Conor. He doesn't. So as far as fighting goes, money goes, you're not going to beat Conor, dude. No. He's the one guy he can't flex his money on.
He won't beat Conor in a fight.
I don't know. I'm not even talking about that. It's so far. I'm not even talking about that. Yeah. I don't want to break that down. Yeah. What I do think is going to happen though is, it's just Dana, and Dana's piped down. Like, you're not going to beat him at the video social media sizzle game.
Does Jake want to box Conor or MMA him?
Box. Don't say MMA him though either though.
I will.
You sound like you're 90.
I will.
Does he want to MMA him?
Well, that's.
Are they going to MMA each other?
That's my new term. I come up with my own fucking terminology. Don't shit on my
getting older, huh? Getting older.
No, I'm not.
Do you think
that's
this
hip and young?
Do you think it's going to be a boxing thing, or is he going to MMA him?
That's street talk.
MMA him though?
Yeah, that's street talk. That's my new thing now. Are you going to MMA him or are you going to box him?
But B, tell me this. So if you want to critique, you don't like that. Did you like when Conor threw the dolly at?
I didn't,
Khabib?
because he got glass in Michael Chies's eyes. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, but say nobody got hurt. Nobody actually got hurt.
Here's what I liked about that. There's a difference.
Oh, you like that?
Here's what I like about it. Khabib slapped Artem. Artem calls Conor. Conor goes, this is going to be great hype for a fight. He gets all his boys. They get on a G7. They go to fucking Vegas and
Madison Square Garden.
And they pretend to fight. Like he does a whole theatrical thing, throws the thing.
See, this is where I think you're off.
I don't think he meant to break the window.
This is where I think you're off.
To create a spectacle.
I think this is where you're off, because Conor, I think the difference between him and Jake is, and why it's not that I'm okay with it. I don't like those crazy antics that he does outside the octagon, but to me, this is more personal. You're talking about a world-class fighter in Khabib, world-class fighter in Conor, and it was personal.
Yeah.
Conor wasn't like, hey, get the camera crew together, edit this thing together, and blast it out. He wasn't. He wasn't at all.
I think that was a smart publicity stunt, though.
The UFC ran with it.
Yeah.
But notice, no one from Conor's team blasted that out. I don't think Conor went.
Because it went bad. It
didn't go bad.
I think
built the fuck out.
Yes, but I think that with the glass in the eye, somebody couldn't fight as a result. It became a thing where it was like, oh fuck. I think it got out of hand. But if he hadn't broken the glass, I think part of that was all a calculated thing to raise. He was always trying to raise, to create.
I don't think you need it. See, I think that's where Jake
and he's not a good.
But that's where Jake and Conor is different. Yeah. I think Conor, it was personal, and he wasn't like, oh, let's do this to get clicks. He's too famous.
So here's the
I think
thing
Conor, it was personal, and he went there literally to fuck him up. That was his. Conor is a fighter's fighter. It was literally to go there and cause havoc.
Here's my thing.
He didn't do it to sell tickets. That's the difference.
Here's my thing also about Jake,
they're also playing different games.
So Jake is going after Conor, and he's making it personal. Don't forget, Conor makes shit really personal. He told Dustin Poirier that his wife was slipping into his DMs. He kept saying stuff about his wife. He was really bad about Khabib's father.
Muslims,
and his father, his family. So Conor's getting a taste of his own medicine. And if you're going to call Jake
Paul... Because Khabib's not going to do that.
No.
Jose Aldo's not going to do that.
But,
Dustin's not going to do that.
Jake is giving Conor a taste of his own medicine. And personally, I don't like any of that. I love trash talk. I just don't like when
when he gets personal.
Personal and insulting, really bad, stuff. Personally, I think I just don't like that shit. I think it's classless.
But yeah,
makes me feel bad.
And we're old heads. But the younger generation is all about... The younger generation, and I think it's a problem. The Fight Club rules don't exist anymore. Like the inside baseball rules, where there's rules to the fight game and to baseball that are unspoken. You don't go after people's family, wives, girlfriends.
Yeah.
Even if a guy has side pieces,
and that's right.
We don't talk about that.
And that's right.
That's how it should be.
It's called decency. It's called. It's
There has
called
to be
this-
some rules.
Exactly. And so
But these kids lost the rules because they're getting clicks.
Yeah, the younger generation is wrong about that.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, they're wrong about it. And that's where maybe older people come in and go, this is wrong. I know it's shiny and you're going to swallow it, but there's a hook on that. And
But Showtime's not doing that. Showtime, like, even Showtime commented on his thing and was like, oh, you know, like, did
I know. Everybody
because
jumps
they know
into
they're
it.
getting clicks. They know it's going to equal pay-per-views, or, you know, it's going to add to their
but
investment.
just so we know that when you do things for money and only money, there's a word for that. It's called being a whore.
Mm-hmm.
So people have people always like have this thing about hookers and she's a prostitute. You're a prostitute too, bro. If you've done a job just for money, and I have, you're a whore. I've been a whore.
And you can
too.
feel it. You're selling your soul.
I've been a whore
When you're
just
doing
as
a
bad.
gig for money, like, fuck, dude, what am I doing?
That's why
it's never worth it.
Never.
Ever.
Never. You marry somebody for money. You marry for your friends. With
Oh, you're
somebody-
paying for it.
You're friends with somebody for influence.
You're paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all lies. You're a whore.